Cool. Cool.
All right. So
Cool.
most of our readers and most of our fans probably aren't going to know who you are, David. So could you please give us your background? Let us know what you do.
Sure. I'm an entertainment lawyer. I protect and defend fun for a living, is what I say when I meet people. And most of it is music, although it's music, TV, film, books, apps. It's all different areas of, I guess the common theme among all is the exploitation of voice, name and likeness, and brand would be probably the easiest way to, if you want to, anytime that you're using, intellectual property in any which way, in any form, we're transaction lawyers that handle, all those different transactions that come from those areas.
All right. And
from a specific standpoint, we represent Mark Anthony.
Wow.
Joan Jett.
Mhm.
MKTO.
Wow. So you guys are kind of all over the place. So it's not necessarily genre specific, but basically
Correct.
Whoever needs your services is who you offer them to. We'll go with that.
Correct. We don't. Sometimes you get in the entertainment business. Sometimes entertainment lawyers do end up having a genre that they get known for.
Mm-hmm.
The work is really no different. The genre has nothing to. The only thing that genre has to do with anything is a sale. If genre has a sales level, meaning like if classical music only sells so much, then the deals are similar for classical music as they are for pop music.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of money that you're paying is different. So,
right.
And maybe the people that you do business with are different, but they're often the same companies. It would be, divisions of Sony and Universal and Warner Music Group, which are the big ones. But obviously there are independents as well. So.
Right. So how long have you been in the entertainment business?
Since 92.
And
1992.
What prompted you to take on it's a different beast. I mean, it really is. Music law, music business law, entertainment law. So what prompted you to hop in?
Love of art in general is definitely the, what got me here. And then, obviously, when you're in law school, you might as well get into an area where that you love in an area that, being an oil and gas lawyer isn't the same thing as being an entertainment lawyer. So
right.
It's love of art and protection of artists' rights. It's all of that.
Right. Well, so from your perspective, how has the entertainment business, if you have more perspective on music, we'd love to hear it. But what
Sure.
has changed what changes have you seen over the years regarding laws protecting artists?
Well, I mean, I guess the biggest of all is, with the internet coming online, call it in the late 90s, you went from the fact that physical goods was the biggest area of income for an artist. I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second because I'm walking out the door and I'm going to go be on the street as we talk. I got to go to a lunch meeting.
Sure.
Hold on 1 sec, all right? Hold
sure.
on. Sorry.
Hey, no worries. No, that's all right.
When we went from physical goods, where these were the income stream that was the biggest driver, and then all of a sudden, what happened was sales fell off a cliff, which was 2000, 2001, and then all of a sudden you had music, which today is getting consumed in all different ways, and it's still it's almost in a way still trying to find its way, because if you look, today digital sales are down. People aren't buying music. They're not owning music as they used to. Today, you're renting it. You're renting it per month. If you are paying for it, you're renting it from Spotify. You're renting it from iTunes, from these streaming services that you're paying a flat fee, consuming as much of it as you can. And then you may not know that you're paying for it, but when you're using music in an app, whether it's an app that combines your video with music, like Musically, or with YouTube, and you're watching a music video. Every time you're doing that, it's no different than when the music's being played on the radio. The songwriter is making money when songs are getting played on the radio. The consumer may not realize that there's money being paid, but anytime that music is being exploited in any manner, there's money being made in that arena. So I think, so back to your questions, what changes have been made? Hold on one second. I'm hopping in the cab now. Yeah, thanks. Sorry.
No worries.
The biggest changes, are that, that today, income for an artist is coming from lots of little sources, as opposed to it being one giant source of income. And it used to be that the record label was the cornerstone where the money was being made. Today, it's all over the place. It's it's the live performance. It's merchandise. It's it obviously is songwriting and recordings, but it's the use of name and likeness and brands and sponsorships, alike. So it's all over the place of where the income is coming to an artist today.
So with all these, little spots of income, what is the best way, or how can new artists really start to, make money in this day and age and kind of harness that income potential, since things are so different now?
Well, cream rises to the top. So if you start on that thesis, that if you're, a recording artist, and you have great songs, and chances are you're co-writing them, either alone or with others that aren't part of your group, or whatever it is. Obviously you got to get heard. So the key is to make noise. So how do you do that? You use social media to get the noise out there. But once that noise exists, and once consumers, once you're able to tap into a consumer base, then all of a sudden, the band doesn't really have to go seek deals. It's really the deals seek the artist. So,
okay.
What like, just to give you an example, like, let's see, what would be the right example? Like, okay, like, perfect example, like Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj has a look. She has a sound, but she also has a look.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicki was able to, besides all that she does in, recording and songwriting, and putting records out, she, because of her look, Kmart came to her and said, "Hey, we'd like to have a branded apparel line with you." So literally in Kmart's, you'll see, her clothing that looks like Nicki,
right.
And it's, it's obviously women's clothing, and it's all different tight, printed, crazy stuff that the consumer can look like a version of Nicki. So, the same thing goes for Adam Levine with Balloon 5. Adam Levine has a deal at Kmart for his apparel. So, the deals find themselves, and if there's a commonality to where where is the most money, it's when an artist has great music and they got a look. Because if you, and if you think about it from this standpoint, look at like Katy Perry. When I say Katy Perry, chances are you think of like a crazy poodle dress with freaky hair, and she's like really full done out. Well, that she's got two things going for her. She's got three things. She's got great songs. She's got vocal identity, which is when you hear those songs, you know it's her, as opposed to another artist singing them. And third, she's got a look that you could do something with it, where you can go, oh wow, let's make a dog collection with dolls that look like her with all the dresses, and let's make merchandise like that, or she's beautiful, let's put her on posters, and whatever it is, there's all different stuff that you can do. If you're an artist that has a look that is unique to who that artist is.
Right. So what would you say is some of the biggest mistakes up and coming artists make when trying to get themselves out?
Oh my God, there's so many. I would say it's quite frankly, I think it's not abandoning ship on a song that they believe. It obviously, they have to believe in their art. But if the world is telling them this is not the song, then move on to the next song and figure out if you think about it from this standpoint, how do you create music that is unique and special to you as the artist recording it, yet at the same time, and that, and you don't sell your soul to create it, but that you create music that is got wide enough of an audience so that, that it's adopted and you can remain in business as a recording artist. So like, this is like a perfect example for like the metal business. So, can a metal act write and record a song that has enough of a mass appeal to it without selling out, but it being wide enough that it would be, loved by many, right? Like,
right.
I don't know, would Metallica fall into that? Like, no. Would you consider Metallica being a metal act?
Right.
I don't know the answer to that, because obviously what people call what music it is may be different. But if you could create music that that has the widest audience, then you have the most chance of success. And then the more people that like you, the more opportunities are going to come your way.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, David, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank